Good morning, ladies. Let's get started in a comfortable seated position. So placing your legs however feels best for you. If you need support, just take a bolster, pillow or blanket underneath your bum and hips just to prop yourself up a little bit. And we'll just start with some breath awareness. So bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Drop your chin a little bit into your chest, but at the same time see if you can lengthen through the spine. Allow your face to soften. And just let your breath start to smooth and even out. So paying attention to each inhale and each exhale. With the hand on your belly, feel the connection to your baby. And the hand on your heart, feel the connection to yourself. So let your breath move easily and effortlessly through your body. Nothing forced, nothing strained. Just give yourself a few moments to arrive here in this moment, to establish this deep connection to you and to your growing baby. If your mind wanders or drifts, just gently draw it back to your breath. With your awareness, just developing that slow, steady, consistent rhythm for you. And then we'll keep this for the entire practice. Breath is much more important than the poses. So keep it steady, consistent, and even. Bring the hands together at the center of your chest. Interlace your fingers together in front of you, and then on the inhale, press the palms forward all the way up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, let the hands float down by the sides. So there's nothing rushed, just nice and gentle. Inhale, sweep the arms up. You can look up or you can keep the chin tucked. And then on the exhale, bring the hands back into the center of the chest. Interlace your fingers the other way, press the palms forward all the way up. And then exhale, slowly float the hands down. So it's just nice, gentle movements. We're not looking to overstretch or overreach, just to get some movement in the body. Reach the arms up on the inhale. And then exhale, float them back down into the center. But just with the palms touching together, inhale, reach the arms up nice and high. See if you can draw the shoulders a little bit further back and down, just to create some space in the chest. And on the exhale, reach the hands down wide and bring them behind you to interlace. But so now getting a little bit further into the chest. On your inhale, open up just through the top half of your body. So we're not overstretching through the abdominals, just keeping that area nice and soft, lifting through the chest and drawing the shoulders back. So use your intuition and see what feels best for you. If it's nice to look up, look up. If it's better to keep the chin tucked, keep the chin tucked. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Release the hands. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands into the center. And cross your feet over the opposite way. You might need to adjust a little bit, so make sure that you're nice and comfy. And then bring the hands back into the center. Reach them up nice and high as you breathe in. Then on the exhale, reach the hands wide, just coming onto the fingertips. So getting a little bit of stretch through the arms. Draw them back so they're in line with the hips. On your inhale, we're going to look towards the right side. Just getting a nice release down the left shoulder and the left side of the neck. Take a deep breath in here. And a slow breath out. And come back through center and then all the way over to the left side. So just feeling that nice release. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Go back to center. Drawing both of the feet together this time for our little butterfly legs. So getting into the hips is going to be super important. And you might have a little bit more flexibility now. Just be mindful of that. We want to balance flexibility with stability. So even though the knees might be a little lower, press the soles of your feet together and squeeze your inner thighs in. So this will just create a little bit more stability. Give the knees a little bit of a pulse, but maintain a long, straight spine. Keep the chin tucked into the chest. Maybe allow the eyes to close. Just settle into this position, paying attention to the sensations in your body and adjusting accordingly. Letting your knees slowly start to stop. Take a full breath in and a slow breath out. Keep the soles of the feet gently pressing together and the chest rising. Another breath in and a breath out. And from here we're going to straighten the left leg out towards the side and bring the right heel in a little closer. Bring your hands out in front just for some spinal movement, so the cat-cow movements here. The left toes are flexing up towards the ceiling. On the inhale, lean your body forward, shoulders down and back. And then on the exhale, round through the spine, and it's just a real gentle drawing of the belly in, so nothing forced. Inhale, breath will bring you forward just as far as you need to go. And then exhale, breath rounding back. So rounding through the upper back and just gentle with your belly, yeah? Do what feels right for you. On the inhale, last one, come forward. And then exhale, rounding and releasing. We'd come back to center and we'll take a side bend on the same side. So reach your left hand as far down your left leg as feels comfortable. On the inhale, reach the right hand all the way up. And then on the exhale, bring it gently and slowly over. So we're getting the stretch more on like the outside of the body, not so much in the middle, yeah? So you want to feel it from like hip to ribs, just a real gentle releasing and opening sensation. Close your eyes. Either look up towards the ceiling or down, whatever feels best for the neck. A full breath in and a full breath out. And on the inhale, come all the way back to center and then change over to the other side. So bend the left knee in, straight the right leg out, bring the hands out in front, flex the right toes, and then on the inhale, come forward, lifting the chest, opening through the front of the body. And on the exhale, rounding through your spine, chin to chest, lightly draw the belly in. 2 more like this. Inhale, come forward, using your breath to move you. And exhale, rounding all the way back. Last one, nice and steady. And exhale to round. Come back through center, taking the side bend, so reach the right hand down as far as feels comfortable. On the inhale, reach the left hand all the way up and then go slowly. So we really want to move with a new sense of awareness now. Just paying attention to what your body needs and what feels best. Drop your shoulder away from your ear, look up or down, take a full breath in and a full breath out. And on the inhale, come back to center and exhale to release. So making our way into child's pose. Come about halfway on your mat, I guess. Take the knees a little wider if that feels better. Big toes are together. Sit the bum and hips all the way back. Either reach the hands out in front or make a little pillow for your head if that feels better. Give your hips a little wiggle so you can settle in and find somewhere that's comfortable for you. 3 breaths here. So full breath in through the nose. Slow breath out through the nose. Two more like that. Just finding your natural rhythm and your natural pace. so that nothing feels forced. It's just this gentle, consistent stream of breath moving through your body, helping to calm our mind and keep us present and focused on this moment. And when you breathe out, reach the hands out in front, coming forward onto your hands and knees, into the cat-cow positions. So toes tucked or untucked, your choice. Have the knees a little wider if that feels better. On the inhale, just gently arching into the cow pose, lifting the chest and hips. And then on the exhale, reversing. Chin to chest, belly button ever so lightly draws up. 2 more like this. Inhale as you come forward, shoulders away from the ears. It's just a gentle and light lift of the chest. And then exhale, rounding, bum under, chin tucks, belly light. Last one, inhale breath. And exhale breath. Good. From here, tucking your toes under. You can either stay like this if this feels best, or coming into a downward facing dog. If you are coming to downward facing dog, just keep the knees nice and soft so that we create a little bit more space in the lower back and just release any tension that might have accumulated there. So any little movements in your downward dog just to release through the hamstring and the hips. If this doesn't feel right for you, you can get the same movement here in the tabletop. So just swaying the hips a little from side to side, straightening one leg out or straightening the other. So do what feels best in your body. It's going to be different every day. There's a lot of changes happening. So moving with that new sense of awareness through every pose, adjusting accordingly so that you do what's best for you and your baby. Keeping the breath moving continuously. I'm going to come forward into a lizard pose. So just bringing the right leg forward outside of the right hand and dropping the left knee down if it's not already. Bring your heel a little bit closer in front so the knee's behind your foot. And then as you let the hips sink in, draw the thighs together, lift your chest up. So we're creating space and balancing this new sense of flexibility with stability. So press the right foot into the ground. Feel spaciousness in your chest as your shoulders gently draw back. Take a full breath in. And exhale to release. Coming to the other side, the left leg. Bring it forward outside of the left hand. Good. Take the right knee towards the ground. Shuffle the left foot a little bit further if you need to. And then as the hips sink, thighs draw in towards each other. Chest lifts up nice and light. Take a full breath in. And a slow breath out. Coming back to downward facing dog or tabletop. Nice. From here we'll walk the feet towards the front of the mat. So take all the time that you need. Go slowly and have the knees bent as you need. Into our little Indo squat. So take your toes out about 45-ish degrees. Let the hips sink down nice and low and then lift the chest. So you can use your hands out in front to support you. You can bring them into the center of the chest if you feel that your balance and your center of gravity is nice and stable. So you choose. Let the hips sink and feel the chest lifting. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. And so one more like that, deep breath in. And slow breath out. Bring the hands to the ground, the toes face forward, coming into a forward fold position. Either the hands are on the ground to support you or up on your thighs to support you. Let the head hang nice and relaxed. Feel the bum and hips lifting up towards the ceiling. Give yourself a little sway, a little rock. And make sure that the neck is nice and relaxed. Have your eyes open, just in case you have the tendency to feel any dizziness or lightheadedness. Keeping the eyes open, the neck nice and free, and the breath flowing evenly will really help you here. So when we come all the way up to standing, let's take it nice and slow. So bend your knees and then just start to lift the head and lift the chest. So stabilize yourself here. And then when you feel ready, bring the forearms to the thighs. And once you feel ready from there, inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands into the center of the chest. And so moving through a little modified Sun Salutation here. Inhale, sweep the arms up nice and high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, breath lifts you up halfway. And exhale, breath folds. Plant the palms, take a step back with the right leg, drop the right knee. Either stay with your hands here, or if it feels right for your body, use your inhale and reach the arms all the way up. On the exhale, lower the hands back down. Good. Inhale, step to tabletop. Good. Lift the bum. Lift your chest into the cow pose. On your exhale, with toes tucked, press the bum and hips back. Lift all the way up into your downward facing dog. An option here on the inhale to lift the right leg up as high as feels nice for you, or simply step it straight forward into your low lunge. Take as long as you need, there's no rush. Hands stay on the ground, or like the first side, you inhale and reach the arms all the way up. Take your feet a bit wider so you feel nice and balanced. Then on the exhale, lower the hands down. Inhale, breath, step forward to the top of the mat. And exhale, breath, fold, letting the head relax down. To come to standing nice and slow, so bend your knees. Transition as slowly as you need. Slowly as you need, there's no rush. And exhale, hands into the center of the chest. And so for the second side, inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold forward. So go slow. If you need to use your hands for support on your thighs, then please do. Let the neck be nice and relaxed. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. And exhale, breath to fold. Plant your palms, take a step back with the left leg, drop the knee. Hands are either down, so when you inhale you lift the chest, or you reach them all the way up, depending on what feels best for your body. This is not a time to push, but a time to really listen to your sensations. On the exhale, lower down, and then on your inhale, step back into tabletop, lift the bum, lift the chest. So we're still getting that nice arch in the spine and that opening through the front of the body, but in a nice gentle way. On the exhale, tuck your toes, bum and hips back, and lift up into downward dog. So either the left leg lifts up as high as it needs to for you, or you step it forward through your hands, taking a little bit more of a wider stance for balance. Inhale, either up onto the fingertips or all the way up as you lift up and open. And then exhale, lower the hands down. Tuck your toes. Inhale to step forward. And then exhale to forward fold, letting the head be nice and relaxed. Bend your knees. Transition to standing as slowly as you need to. Hands reach all the way up overhead. And exhale, hands to the center. And so bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart, just to feel that reconnection. Hand on belly for baby, hand on heart for you. Re-establish that slow, steady, mindful breathing. Really let it tune you inwards. So when our focus and our attention is on us, our sensations and how we're feeling, it's easier to move in a more intelligent and wise way in each moment. Always doing what feels best for you. We bring the hands back to center. From here we're going to step the right foot all the way back into Warrior Two. So take your stance nice and wide, yeah? As wide as you need. You're not too fussy on alignment here, what feels better. And then sink as far as you need to sink into the left knee. Hands can either stay on hips or you can reach them all the way out in front. So there's a steady gaze over the left fingertips. Shoulders are dropping down. chest is lifting. There's a slight activation through your core muscles, but definitely nothing extreme. Deep breath in. And slow breath out. Good. On the inhale, flip the front palm. And then on the exhale, reverse the warrior. So just reach the left hand up a little bit, yeah? Just to get that nice opening through the left side of the body, but not stretching through the abdominal muscles. On your inhale, come back. And then on the exhale, we'll go to side angle. So bend the left elbow, placing it on your thigh. Reach the right arm all the way up and over. And so moving super slow so that you can just adjust as needed. Come back on the inhale. And then on the exhale, straighten through your front leg. Reach the left hand forward and come into triangle pose. As the left hand comes down, the right hand lifts up just as high as it needs to go. Just as high as it needs to go. Lean your body back if it feels nice. Mindful of how you feel, so stay with that slow, steady breath. Come back to standing, inhale. And then on the exhale, reverse the triangle pose. So the left palm flips, right hand reaches down the right leg. Gentle activation of inner thighs together and gaze wherever feels best for you. Come back to center on the inhale, and then on the exhale, hands to hips. Turn both toes out and then bend into the knees into our goddess pose. And so shuffling the hips a little side to side. The more you turn your feet out, the more challenging it's going to be for balance. So just be mindful of where your toe placement is, and then have the knees pressing back at the same time the chest lifts up. So if you feel a little unbalanced, make sure that you're nice and close towards a wall, and this will just help you to offer some support. Hands are onto hips or hands are out to the sides like cactus arms. See if you can relax a little further down, but at the same time lift the chest up. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. And inhale, come to standing. And on the exhale, back into our warrior two pose. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, bring the hands down either side of your front foot and step forward to the top of the mat. Come into your forward fold. Let the head be nice and relaxed. Full breath in. And full breath out. All the way up to standing. So nice and slowly bend into the knees. Come up your own time, your own pace. Reach the arms all the way overhead. And then exhale, hands into the center. Good, so for the other side. I'll come to the other side of the mat so I don't have my back towards you. Step back with the left leg and come into warrior two pose. So make your stance nice and wide and then lift up and lean into it. Reach the fingertips away from each other, but draw the shoulders in. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. On the inhale, flip the right palm, and then on the exhale, reverse your warrior pose, sinking into the front knee just as much as you need to. Inhale, come back, and exhale, side angle pose. So right arm rests on the right thigh, left arm reaches all the way up and over. Coming back to your warrior two, inhale, straighten through your front leg, draw the thighs a little bit together, and then reach forward. Right hand comes down and left arm reaches up. So just being nice and gentle and really considerate of your body and your movements. Inhale, breath rises you up. And exhale, breath reverses the triangle pose. So easy does it. Maintain that slow and steady breath. Good, come back to center, hands to hips, goddess pose. So turn both of your toes out, shuffle the hips in, and sink as low as feels intelligent or wise for you. Lift the chest. Feel the hips sink and the chest lifts. Either hands on hips or hands out by the sides. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good, straighten through both legs. Come into your warrior two on the inhale. And then exhale, hands come down, either side of your front foot, step forward, and then fold into the forward fold. Give your head a little sway, give your shoulders a little shimmy. Make sure the feet are a little wider apart so that there's space for your belly. And then coming up nice and slowly. So there's never a rush. Take as long as you need, use any support that you need, and make your way to a mountain pose. Good, so coming into tree pose is a balancing pose, so make sure that there's something to support you if you need it. We'll put weight into the right leg first, then bend the left knee and place it somewhere on the thigh, avoiding the knee, wherever feels best for you. Leg and thigh draw towards each other, chest lifts and hands into the center. And so feel yourself nice and stable. Slow down the breath a little. If thoughts are entering, just breathe them out with an exhale. And take 2 breaths here. One more. And release. So to the other side, transition slowly. Maybe the foot goes to the same place, maybe it goes to a different place. Find your balance first, so draw the leg and thigh towards each other, lift the chest, and hands into heart. Find something at eye level to gaze at. Doesn't matter if you're wobbly. Deep breath in, and slow breath out. And one more like that, inhaling, and exhaling to release. Good. Coming towards the ground now, so take the feet nice and wide, back into our little Indo squat. So you might need to go a little closer, you might need to go a little further away, and then just sit your body down, adjusting as you need to. So have the inner arches of your feet lifted, and then see if you can lean a little back into the pose, and lift the chest just a little. Draw your pelvic floor up, and create space in the body by leaning just a little further back. Take a full breath in, and a slow breath out sits you all the way down onto the ground, drawing the soles of the feet together into our little butterfly. So draw the feet in quite close towards you to start with, and then clasp the fingers either around the toes or support yourself with your hands behind you. Those little pulses again, but really being mindful of your level of flexibility. So we don't want to push too far, we don't want to hyperextend anything or overstretch. So close your eyes, focus on your breath, and really tune into how it feels in your body. Slowing your knees down, full breath in, and slow breath out. And now coming to a forward fold. So just take your little feet a little bit further in front of you. So we've still got the butterfly legs, but more like a diamond shape. We're taking a forward fold here. So this one gives us a little bit more space and really helps us to get into the outer hips here. So start to lean your body forward first and then lift the chest. So we want to maintain that nice smooth or natural curve of the spine here. The chin is a little tucked towards the chest. Close your eyes first before you start to forward fold, and then just let your body ease into it. So we're not pushing so that we can get our head closer towards our feet. Just moving really gently. Paying attention to how your body feels and what feels best for you. The breath is constant. Pause in a position that feels nourishing and supportive, and breathe into that. And allow yourself to come up on an inhale. Easy does it, there's no rush. And we'll just windscreen wiper the feet. So bring your hands behind you, soles of the feet are on the ground, and then just let the knees go from one side to the other. You can look in the opposite direction of your knees if that feels fine for you. So it's just a gentle release, and a very gentle twist. So we're not having anything too forced through the center. Everything just nice, gentle. And then one more to the left side. Good. Coming down onto our backs here. Good. Straight the left leg all the way out, and then bring the right knee into the chest, but a little bit more towards the side of your body so that there's room for your belly, yeah? And then bring your peace fingers and hook them onto your right big toe, or hold the back of your right thigh, whichever feels best for you. Keep the left toes flexed and the left hand on the left hip just to support it. And then as you feel ready on the inhale, straight the right leg up towards the ceiling. So it's a little bit more towards the right so that we've got space in the hips and room for the belly. The knee is as bent as it needs to be for you. Have both of the shoulders nice and relaxed. Take a full breath in. And then on the exhale, if there's room, if you're not too close to the wall, let the right leg come over towards the right side. If you are a little close to the wall, just bend your knee, because then you'll still get into the hip here. So be mindful of how far you're going, nice and gentle, and so that your breath can remain constant and full. Good. On the inhale, come back to center, and then on the exhale to release and change over. So right hand, right hip, flex the right toes, bring the left knee into the chest, hook your peace fingers around the left toe, or left hand back of left thigh. As you feel ready, on the inhale, start to straighten. And when I say straighten, I just mean up towards the ceiling. Keep the knee as bent as you need it to be. And then bring the leg just a little over towards the left. Both shoulders are relaxed. Full breath in. And then exhale, slowly allowing that leg to come over towards the left side. So just nice and gentle, so that way we know if we need to adjust or modify, and we're not overstretching or pushing our body too far. So we want to keep everything nice and cooling. The body creates a lot of heat during this time, so making sure the breath can move steadily and effortlessly through your body, making sure the mind's nice and calm will be really beneficial. Take a full breath in and a slow breath out. And on the inhale, gently and slowly coming back to center, and then exhale, releasing. Bring both of the soles of your feet together in our little butterfly position. Either use your hands to support your knees or take some props underneath your knees if that feels better. And it's just this gentle opening through the hips. So be really mindful if you feel that you're overstretching, and then adjust accordingly. Hands can be on your hips, on your belly to feel that connection, or one hand to belly and one hand to heart. See what feels most comfortable for you. Allow your eyes to close and really settle into your sensations and your breath. And we'll take 3 more breaths here. If you need to adjust your feet by taking them further away from you, adjust. And then 2 more breaths. Nice and full, even breath in. A slow, steady, releasing breath out. Last one, breathing in. And then breathing out. And so before we come to Shavasana, we just do a little legs up the wall. So bring yourself nice and close towards a wall or a pole or maybe a table. And then from here, you're just going to swing your legs all the way up, adjusting yourself as needed. Letting the legs rest effortlessly. Bringing the arms out by the sides, or to that connection to belly for baby, heart for you. Whichever feels most appropriate. Let the legs relax. Allow your eyes to close. And either take 5 to 10 breaths here, and then we'll slowly make our way down into Shavasana. So when you're ready to come down, just bend your knees. Let yourself roll over to one side. And then just gently and slowly making your way to your Shavasana. So if it still feels nice to lay on your back, lay on your back. If it doesn't, feel free to lay onto your left side using any support that you need. Bring your hands out by the sides or onto your belly. Find somewhere comfortable for your head and neck. Softly close the eyes and let your whole body sink in. Just taking a few minutes here to completely rest. Let the breath happen naturally. And if thoughts do try to enter, just release them on the exhale. Gradually returning to your breath. And just before you move anything, feel your whole body calm. Your mind completely relaxed. And this deep nurturing connection that you have to yourself. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Reawakening the body. Bring your hands onto your belly. Feel the warmth from your hands seeping in towards your baby. Full breath in through the nose. Long releasing sigh out. 2 more like this. Full breath in. Long sigh out. Last one. If it feels right, reach the arms all the way overhead and point the toes just for a gentle stretch. Then rolling over onto whichever side feels most appropriate for you. Seeing if you can keep the eyes closed as you gently come to press yourself up. Coming to sit in any comfortable seated position. Taking all the time that you need. Moving nice and slowly. And once you do arrive to a seated position, bring the hands into the center of the chest. Bow your head towards your heart. Full breath in as you expand. Sighing it out. Taking time daily to nourish your body, to breathe consciously, to move gently, and to trust in this beautiful process that is unfolding. Namaste. Thank you, ladies. Hope you're feeling all right. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon.